Good morning everyone, and Donna here with another vlog. We have just had breakfast in the 𝓕𝓸𝓵𝓵𝓸𝔀 this morning. We didn't get up until just after 8 o'clock. We are currently sailing towards Gran Canaria, but we don't dock until 11 AM. And the weather looks great out there as well. So we're just chilling out in the solarium right at the front of the ship, watching ourselves come closer and closer to the island itself. Now, usually we don't ask these kind of questions, but we're having a chat with a crew member today, just run-of-the-mill natter in the bistro, and Carl had asked him if he had any idea what ships were looking at coming over to Southampton in 2025, as Anthem will be moving over to Singapore for a few years. So he turned around and said to us that Odyssey is coming, which we are very well aware of Odyssey anyway, but apparently there are 2 ships going to be in, and the other ship, he said, will be Independence of the Seas. Now, we don't know how accurate this information is. However, if it is Independence, we definitely will be booking a cruise on her, because we love Indy. She was my first cruise ship, especially with Royal Caribbean, but my 3rd cruise ship in total. So with that in mind, we will be keeping a very close eye on itineraries coming up in the next couple of years or so for 2025, and we will be seeing if, sure enough, it will be Independence coming over to Southampton again. Ventured forth into 𝓕𝓸𝓵𝓵𝓸𝔀, which is on the Gran Canaria Island. We love 𝓕𝓸𝓵𝓵𝓸𝔀, and usually we come here if we want to get some of our Australian gold sun cream, which you can't seem to get in the UK. 𝓕𝓸𝓵𝓵𝓸𝔀 is like the UK version of Debenhams or Selfridges. It's just one big department store. In fact, it's probably bigger, probably twice, maybe 3 times the size of the likes of Debenhams and Selfridges. And there's actually 2 buildings as well. There's this one that we're in now and one across the road. Now we are headed over to the other 𝓕𝓸𝓵𝓵𝓸𝔀. There's one 𝓕𝓸𝓵𝓵𝓸👇👏, and then right opposite is another 𝓕𝓸𝓵𝓵𝓸𝓀. So we are heading into this one now, which is probably identical to the other, but I noticed the other one's more clothes and perfume and stuff, whereas this one's pretty much everything else. And we shall see what we can get in here as well, which we'll probably end up taking back onto the ship and having to find a way to cram it into our suitcases when we go home. We are on our way back to the ship. Usually when we come to Gran Canaria, we do have a purpose, and it's not necessarily excursions or sightseeing. We do like to go to like 𝓕𝓸𝓵𝓵𝓸𝓀 and pick up some bits and pieces to take back with us, which is what we've done today. So we are just trundling back to the dock, and there is a shopping centre on the dock as well, which we're going to have a look in. And there are people fishing, which is always nice. She is a pretty girl. Just had a nap this afternoon as I've had a bad headache, probably because I didn't really drink enough. so we ended up crashing for the afternoon, so I had to like quit the vlog for now. I was asleep within 10 minutes I think, and we've had about an hour and a half kip. It is a casual night tonight, so we are off to 𝓕𝓸𝓵𝓵𝓸𝓀. Now we are just chilling in the music hall, but Carla sent me up to get him a nice beverage from the Bionic bar, which is pretty cool in itself, making drinks and stuff, just robotic arms, so that's in the process now. I've ordered us both the same drink, so it should take too long before making it.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have to be completely honest with you, this is adults 𝓕𝓸𝓵𝓵𝓸𝓀, so if you do have any children, in the nicest way, if you have any children around,
So we have returned back to the cabin, and we did get a note earlier on in the day that the carpet down our section of the corridor is getting changed. So this is the current carpet all down here and here, and then tomorrow it'll be different. So we had our dinner in 𝓕𝓸𝓵𝓵𝓸𝓀 tonight, which is a very nice restaurant, and we had a variety of food which I could not tell you what it was, and obviously we took pictures of the food as well because it looked really tasty. And we had a 𝓕𝓸𝓵𝓵𝓸𝓀 roll, but we'd forgot to take a picture of that. But the food is really tasty, and because it's proper sushi, which I've never actually had before, when it's proper sushi, I haven't felt sick or anything after it, so it looks like I've got a very strong stomach. Tomorrow we are docking in Tenerife, which we are looking forward to that, as Tenerife is my favourite Canary Island. We were thinking about going 𝓕𝓸𝓵𝓵𝓸𝓀. I'm not sure if we are or not. I mean, we might not even get off the ship yet. We've not really decided. We'll see what's cooking around Tenerife, because we don't really go far from the port when it's one day, and I would love to go back to the places I visited in the past, like 𝓕𝓸𝓵𝓵𝓵𝓵 and Las Americas, Los Cristianos, but because they're on the far side of the island or further around the island, we wouldn't have time in the day to be able to visit them. So we've got to stick around where the ship is. So we might go to 𝓕𝓸𝓵𝓵𝓸𝓀 in Tenerife, we might not. We haven't really decided yet. It's gone midnight, it's time to go to sleep, so I'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning everyone, it is day 6 of our cruise, and we have docked in Santa Cruz de Tenerife, my favourite Canary Island. We docked at 8 o'clock this morning, the sun is already rising and people are already off the ship. Tour buses have turned up, like excursion buses, and everything's becoming alive. It's great. I actually have my summer hat on today. I bought this one when I was in Madeira and I haven't worn it yet, and I thought I might wear it today, but we need to go find some frizzy stuff because my hair is frizzy in this climate. It doesn't agree with it at all. I also want to see if I can find some nice dresses. I think it would be easier to pack less if I had not as many shorts, vests, t-shirts and stuff. So I think I might see if we can get anything on the islands, which probably can't because they really don't cater for some bigger sizes. So we're now back on our deck because we're having breakfast, and Carl had already managed to spill his food down himself after like 2 minutes. So he's gone back to the cabin to put another shirt on, and then we are going to be getting off the ship.
hell of a walk before you even walk to town.
This is literally how close we are to the ship. Look how massive that writing is. Cold, grab my hat. Anthem looks absolutely gorgeous. I mean, look at her. No matter how far you walk away from her, she's still just as huge. And they do some crew training on there as well. So there was a lot of racket going on a minute ago. All those mountains. Just beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. We have decided to head to 𝓕𝓸𝓵𝓵𝓸𝔀 and then we're going to admire the surrounding areas on the way back to the ship. So obviously when people come to Tenerife, they'll have ideas of what they want to do. We wanted to try and go to 𝓕𝓸𝓵𝓵𝓸𝔀 Park today because it's one of our favourite places besides Sion Park in Tenerife. But unfortunately all the excursions were booked up for the day, so we've had to give it a miss. Because the ship's only here for like 6 hours, it's not enough time to be able to go to 𝓕𝓸𝓵𝓵𝓸𝔀 Park and spend a good amount of time there. You'd have to rush around, see everything and then get back to the port, which is with 𝓕𝓸𝓵𝓵𝓵𝓀 Park, it's sort of on the far side of the island to where we are, so it would be quite a hefty taxi journey. So it's not worth it really unless it was on a coach, so unfortunately we've had to miss it.
Seeing eyes of mine, what do you feel beside? I don't know where we're gonna fly like you did sometimes. Seeing eyes of mine. Love, 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 I wanna be strong, strong. We're doing wrong, 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 but I'll try to fix it. Love, 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 I wanna be strong, strong. We're doing wrong, 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 but I'll change it, change it. Seeing eyes of mine, you see, there are no trees inside of me. In this desert I can look at you.
So we are headed back to the ship now and we don't really know which direction we need to go in, but we can see the ship in the distance, so we're just headed in that general direction. And we both kind of unintentionally snagged ourselves a pair of new sunglasses, so we weren't planning on that, and of course we got more Australian Gold sun cream. So, and what else did we get?
Body mist, some body scrub.
Yeah, body mist, body scrub, smelling of coconut, so it has the hints.
And I got myself a foot mask.
Yes, he did. He wants to
my tender
pamper his very, very hairy gorilla feet. Hobbitses. Hobbits. So on our way back to the ship, Carl showed me an app that he's got on his phone, his 𝓕𝓸𝓵𝓵𝓵𝓸𝓀, because it turns out that his trainers, and we found this out a while ago, have Bluetooth built into them. Yeah, Bluetooth in his trainers. So they're connected to his app and they monitor his walking. So we pretty much covered the same distance with each other. And we've walked a lot, coupled with the last few days. So any crap that we might have eaten while we've been on the ship, we've probably walked it off, pooped it out, I don't know. But it will be interesting to see what the scales say when we get back to Slimming World next week. But because it's Friday today, we still have 6 days of a cruise left to go and a couple more port stops. But tomorrow's Lanzarote, but we're not actually going to get off the ship tomorrow. We're just going to have a naughty day, so I won't be vlogging Lanzarote, but I will be having a go at Vigo and Lisbon, especially Lisbon, due to the bridge that Anthem has to go under to get there. So we will be doing that. But because we have walked a lot in these last few days alone, we just want a day where we can just chill out. I've got blisters like you wouldn't believe on my feet, so I could do with resting my feet a little bit and not having any shoes on. So tomorrow is going to be a lazy day. So we're nearly back to the ship, but we've seen this really lovely park when we first got here, but we didn't stick around to see it. So we've come back again to have a look, and it is lovely. we've actually made a pit stop just outside the port and the terminal because Carl wants to get a wagon to come past when he comes past and honk his horn. Part of me just should have known better and knew that he was going to have that happen. He did it when we was in Norway, so I should have really expected this. So we are now back on the ship and we've gone straight to 𝕕𝕤𝕤𝕚𝕤 and got ourselves some food, and I'm really happy because I've got a salad and they had feta cheese, which I love. So we have got a fair bit of everything on the plate, but we're not eating until like 8 o'clock tonight, so, and it's like 2 o'clock, so another 6 hours before we actually eat a meal tonight. So this will definitely keep us going because I think we'll be going in the pool after this. We are back in our hotel room. Why would I say that? We are back in our cabin and we're going to get changed and go into the pool because we've done what we wanted to do and we are happy with it. So yeah, it's been a very, very good day today. Just came to relax by the pool. We've been here a couple of hours now and I thought I'll dip my toes in the water, and I actually forgot that a film was on tonight. I've got no idea what it is. It's just decided to come on randomly. It doesn't look familiar to me, so I'm going to wait and see what it is. It's called Mummies and I've never seen it before, so I might be inclined to watch it for half an hour before we go and get changed for tea. So we found out that tonight is supposed to be like a white night part and there's a pool party in the outdoor pool area. So we didn't actually know this until this evening. So we skipped main dining room and got changed into, managed to get into some white clothes. Carl didn't have anything white, but that was mostly because we didn't even know this was going to happen tonight. We're going to go check that out and see what it's all about. So we've had tea in 𝕕𝕤𝕤𝕚 and then we are going to enjoy this pool party or see what it's like at least, because it could end up being something that we might not enjoy or it'd be too crowded that I might just end up wanting to go back to the cabin, because I'm not really one of them that wants to mingle with people, especially people that are getting on my nerves. I don't know, it's just one of them things about me. I am a bit of an introvert. So I will end up this vlog here for this evening for these 2 day trips in Gran Canaria and Tenerife. If you've enjoyed it, please hit subscribe and tap on that bell and you'll get a notification when another video goes online. Until then, I'll see you guys real soon.